The University of Kentucky has always prided itself on its diversity. It makes sure everyone around campus and the community know it as well. Even so, trouble can emerge anywhere, and that doesn't necessarily mean that it is bad or negative. It just means questions can appear and dialogues can occur, which can be positive and uplifting. Memorial Hall is one of the many historical locations on the university's campus. It is still used for classes and graduations. It is usually quiet due to the fact of classes being held almost daily. I was given the opportunity to interview a student, Dylan Middleton, a freshman at UK, and he gave his take on the mural and how it being covered and the reason for its covering.
This is Chance. This is my podcast, and I'm here with
Dylan Middleton.
And Dylan, how long have you been on campus?
I'm a freshman at UK.
You are a freshman at UK. Okay, so how do you like campus so far?
I'm enjoying it. Nice. There's a lot of nice people.
Nice people. Well, I'm going to ask you a couple questions about the mural in Memorial Hall, which you are aware of, I'm correct?
Yes.
Okay, so what comes to your mind when you see the mural?
When I look at it, I see that these people are enjoying their life, but they're enjoying it at the cost of other people. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think should be done about the mural itself? Because it has been in the news recently and people are not really sure what should be done. What do you think should be done about the mural?
I think it should probably be moved to maybe a museum, so it get out of the UK. So because some people take offense to it, and it'd just be better for everyone.
Be better for everyone. Yeah, that sounds good.
I could tell that Dylan was on the fence, for lack of a better phrase, when talking about the mural. I'm very sure that he in no way, shape, or form would be a proponent of offensive artwork of anybody of any race, gender, etc. Being in the hall, I already feel a sense of humbleness due to the fact that it was created as a memorial site for World War I veterans who fought and died. With that being said, I myself have a class in Memorial Hall, a biology class, and watching people as they walk in, they don't seem to notice it. Now that is understandable because, as previously stated, the mural is covered, so there's not much to see. I still find it interesting that no one seems at all bothered by the covering of the mural or have conversations about the mural, briefly stating their own opinions on the matter. In a statement from an article by Ashley Daniel Stevenson, a food and culture writer for Louisville Public Media, wrote about what the president of UK, Eli Capolito, when asked about the mural, he responded with, "The irony is that, in this instance, artistic talent, however skilled or well-intentioned, sanitizes history, painting over the stark reality of unimaginable brutality, pain, and suffering represented by the enslavement of our fellow men and women. It is great to see people in positions of high authority and high power take issues like this one of offense seriously and want to address and try and make sure everyone is up to speed and understand that their voice is important." Going briefly back to Dylan's interview with how he answered the questions he was asked, to speak to a broader issue, which is the lack of student informing by other students. If more felt the need or desire to want to educate their peers on why certain things like the mural may bother them, it could be very influential in the progression of unity and harmonious living and working together of all people. In the article as well is a statement from Christina Lucas, the General Secretary of the University of Kentucky Black Student Union. She says, and I quote, "I feel offended that I attended a PWI, predominantly white institution, and there's a mural with my ancestors picking tobacco and dancing for their masters in a prominent building on campus." When I read this, I think to myself just how much words and images can affect people. As I stated earlier, the silence in Memorial Hall is deafening, it's chilling. If there's ever a time when going to the hall itself, people take a minute with their thoughts and look up a picture of the mural and think how people get upset about having to see something that brings negative or saddening thoughts to groups of people who have felt so small and unwanted or too different to give them the most negative depiction of their history and culture. The hall is meant to be a memorial center for war veterans, but no one is talking about the wars that were fought on this American soil for equality.